Ebola is spinning out of control in West Africa. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control now predict that in Sierra Leone and Liberia alone, by mid-January, 1.4 million people could be infected.
If the scenarios that have been provided to us by the United States Centers for Disease Control come true, we're talking about nothing less than the potential meltdown of this continent.
What's the world doing to prevent that scenario? Not nearly enough, says President Barack Obama, criticizing the international response at a high-level UN meeting.
We don't have the capacity to do all of this by ourselves.
The U.S. is deploying 3,000 American troops to Liberia to set up facilities and form training teams to help treat Ebola victims. Among the other countries contributing, China has promised to send a 59-person mobile laboratory team to Sierra Leone. According to the UN, that includes lab experts, epidemiologists, doctors, and nurses. Britain is planning to build an Ebola clinic in Sierra Leone, and Cuba has promised to send more than 160 health workers. The World Bank is now pledging to increase its assistance to the worst-hit countries, bringing its total commitment to $400 million. Private organizations are also stepping up their efforts. The charity Direct Relief has chartered this Boeing 747 behind me. They're flying it to Liberia and Sierra Leone, packed with 100 tons of medical relief supplies. Half of what's there is just for the protection of medical workers. Sierra Leone's ambassador to the U.S. says his country appreciates this generosity, but
we need one of these every day to be going to Sierra Leone for the next 1 week.
As the disease continues to overwhelm efforts to contain it, many are now asking, can the world catch up?
The world waited for too long. The kind of support that we are receiving now, if we have got it 2 months back, we could have arrested Ebola.
What do the countries need most? Liberia's foreign minister says supplies aren't enough. His country's small team of health workers has been decimated. Having lost their colleagues to Ebola, he says many health workers are too scared to show up at work. They need nurses and doctors on the ground.
It takes time to train health workers. That's why we are asking the entire globe to come in with medical personnel, with engineers.
The American and all other efforts are urgent, according to experts, because this epidemic is accelerating. The virus is spreading faster. The World Health Organization now warning that the number of cases in West Africa could start doubling every 3 weeks. That's the short answer.